Hello everyone, Douglas Waltz, Old Man Comic Book Reviews. Pretty sure you can hear the car zooming by, so to shoot this in the living room. In my wall of DVDs, that's only one wall. So we have a stack of the books. Let's go ahead and start with an independent, number 8 of Barbarella. Barbarella, when we left her, was on a planet about to get aced by a bunch of robots. Our writer is Sarah Hoyt. Our artist is Madabek Musabekov. Madabek, if I ruined your last name, I'm sorry. So she actually explains to the people coming to get her that they need to stop being tools just because they only have one gender and can't have sex. She's like, sex is what makes everybody happy. I need you to knock it off. Artwork, as always, is awesome. They have a new little pet, George, who loves Barbarella so much that he took out a spaceship for her. And they have to go and get rid of the lady who apparently looks exactly like Barbarella. So, weird, but it's a good book. This is volume 2. They even mark it that way now. Volume 2 from Dynamite. Devil's Reign. We're on X-Men 3. They should have just called this Emma Frost 3. Or Emma Frost altogether. So, let me find X-Men comic books, put all of their titles in a weird place. So let me find them. I think they're in the back. Nope, I was wrong. Okay. So anyway, last issue was picked up by Union Jack. This is the last issue, because it's a 3-issue miniseries thing that they're doing with the Devil's Reign. Jerry Dugan is our writer. Phil Noto is our artist. I like Phil. Phil's good. The only problem is if you're not wearing your side blockers and you've got the White Queen next to you, she just goes through these guys like they're nothing. And she lets dogs go ahead and bite the bad guys. So that's kind of nice. And then she even asks them if they want to retire on her farm. And, okay, no, there's just too many bad men to bite. They have no interest. She proves that she didn't kill anybody. The person that she didn't kill is this little girl who was trained by Elektra. So when Union Jack tries to catch her, she just stabs his friend in the carotid artery. And she goes back to the island with Emma Frost. And we have to see Kingpin with his shirt off. So that's really gross. That's not good. All right, there you go. Hey, our buddy Dirk Manning. We finished issue 4 of Haunted Highlands Volume 2. This is the Curse of the Green book. Written, as always, by Dirk Manning with some influence by Twisted, because they're in it. Pencils and inks by Mariana Pesacosta. So they have to go and save the Voodoo King's Voodoo Queen. And luckily, even though there are monsters, he knows a giant alligator. So it's all good. And we learn Felicia, the ghost girl, their ghost friend. She knows more than she's letting on. And I'm not really sure why anyone would give Twisted the green book to take back home with them. So we'll see how that goes, and we're going to need another one of these soon. Mr. Manning. You will need a 3rd volume, yes? Yes, good, thank you. Alright, we managed to make it to issue 6 of Task Force Z with no Batman, really. He was sort of in an issue, but we didn't really count it. And, okay, we get a little back. Are they putting those in the back of this one now? I never know where they put things anymore. Oh, here we go. Matthew Rosenberg is the writer. Jack Herbert is the artist. It's basically showing where Task Force Z originated. Also a lot of explanation with Mr. Bloom. If we have shaky camera, that would be Flower's fault. She is using her butt on my camera person Dandy's feet. So we'll see how that goes. But this explains everything. We just kind of went in running. So now we know why Two-Face is in charge. Batman is not happy about it, but Red Hood's like, I don't care what you're happy about. So it's a good, nice arc, I guess. 6 issues. Hopefully we get more. We have to take care of Mr. Bloom, the guy that's really tall with a flower for a face, because he's trouble. I can't believe we're still getting Shang-Chi comic books. This is issue 10. I feel thin for some reason. Yeah. And last we knew, they were trying to kill all of the relatives of Shang's lineage. So we have Jean Lun Yang is the writer, Marcus To is the artist. They have to go and save their brother, and Shang's sister is a lumberjack. Hammer. Her name is Hammer. We'll see how that goes for her, because she loses a hand in this one. But I guess you only need one hand for a hammer, right? Right? So it's time for them to go take the fight to their grandparent. So we are going to see that. They put her in a really nice thing of the pose. It's a classic comic book pose. Alright, the final issue of Villains for Hire, Devil's Reign. It's U.S. Agent getting smacked in the face. As I mentioned last time, I like the artwork. Penciler is Manuel Garcia. Inker is Lorenzo Ruggiero. Writer is Clay McLeod Chapman. And U.S. Agent has become a thunderbolt to help the purple children. They're like the purple man's children. So they can control your mind. And Kingpin's not happy with how U.S. Agent is doing things. One of the Carnage knockoffs, what's her name? Agony. She actually helped him save people. Which, I think she's just bored. When they said they had to go get bad guys, Rhino told him to stuff it. Rhino doesn't kill kids, doesn't go capture kids, doesn't do anything with kids. So they hired the Abomination. And this one actually, I read the other one first. And for my youngest son, Dan, you got Taskmaster. Yeah. Who is willing to murder children.
That's right. Anything that pays.
Anything that pays. So it ended off where this ends, where Devil's Reign 5 starts. So I read Devil's Reign first before I got to this. This is a pretty good arc, though. It's the only one that's really tying in really well with the Devil's Reign nonsense. Something I never thought I would see. They have brought back Count Crowley, amateur midnight monster hunter. She's supposed to be Count Crowley. She was fighting monsters last time. Now she's after a werewolf. They do a funny little guy named Vincent Van Gogh who shows up and does his thing. I was looking for the credits. I'm trying to... here we are. Story is David Dastmalchian. Art and covers, Lucas Kettner. Lucas, thanks for the easiest name I've said all day. So she's back on the show, and there is a werewolf about... So she needs to kill herself a werewolf, but no, it's never that easy. And at the end, she's going to kill the werewolf, but he wants her to. Because, well, the other werewolf is actually his crack-addicted girlfriend who looks like that. So we'll see how she gets out of that. Final issue of the second arc of Maniac of New York. Our Maniac is off to the ball game. This is such a pretty book. And writer is Elliot Kalan. Art and colorist Andrea Muti. I bet that's good for her because she does some weird stuff with color. Like when he's just a swath through the crowd at the baseball game. This is that thing you always wish Jason Voorhees did. Drop him into Yankee Stadium, see what's what. And as we all know, it doesn't matter if you do smack him in the face with a machete. He's the Maniac. This isn't going to do nothing. We'll get him back. Don't worry, kids. The Maniac will return. These are great books. They're so much fun to read. It's like the slasher movie we never got. All right. Girl Scouts, issue 5, Stone Ghost. I'm not really sure what to say. The one guy we thought was dead is fine. He's got a new head, so he got over it. The bounty hunter, Dio got away, and she is saved by this gorgeous female type on the front with her little octopus friend that I'll show you later, where somebody made a cookie of him. Gordy, they made a cookie of Gordy. And so it's cute because she goes to attack them, this warrior woman here. And the guys are all scared. They're like, oh no, she's from the Arzarian tribe. Oh no, that's her battle form. Oh no. And the guy in charge said, and I quote, and will apologize for the swears in advance, I don't give a shit. It's from a fucking Sid and Marty Krofft TV show. Murder that blue skin slut! I can't believe I got a Sid and Marty Krofft reference. The other stuff was just swears. So, yeah, it's a good book. It's so much fun to read. The artwork is Jim Mahfood. Oh, by the way, Jim Mahfood. Everything that's in the book is Jim Mahfood. It's easier that way. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate you making it where I don't have to remember 4 people's names for a comic book. And there's the pretty lady who made the Gordy cookie. Apparently she got an Instagram account that is at Lalita, Lalita _ASHX. So if you want to see more of her cookies, there you go. Alright, last book. You didn't think I would like this book, but this was pretty good. It starts right off with a bang, doesn't slow down for nothing. It is the issue 1 of Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I remember the Power Rangers. Power Rangers were alright. I'm more of a Kamen Rider fan, but what are you going to do? Stories by Cullen Bunn. Oh, that makes sense. That's why it's good. Alright, Cullen Bunn. Art by Freddie Williams II. We start right off. There's Rita. There's, what's that fella's name? Goldar. Goldar's right there. Tommy the Green Ranger, because you know everybody likes Tommy the most anyways. And Rita's just sick of it. She's like, we're leaving. So they go to another place, and first thing you see is Godzilla fighting Megalon. Because it's off to a bang. And then, of course, what fights Megalon? That's right, Megazords. See, it's even on the cover. Oh, way in the back. And we get all the Power Rangers. Tommy, Jason, Kimberly, Billy, Trini, the Boy Ranger. I'll look it up online. I'm not going to explain it. Jack, or Zach. Zach. And so Rita goes up against the Planet X guys with the weird, collar thing and the sunglasses and the one antenna. And you get a gorgeous splash of Godzilla fighting the Megazord. I'm not really familiar with Freddie Williams' art, but he nails everything. It all looks good. And then when you think that the Megazord's done and things explode and the rest of the Rangers show up, because it didn't say versus the Green Ranger. It said Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So we end with a big splash page. It's a great comic book. It just came out with issue 1, so if you haven't seen it, you should get it. So there's that. There we go. There's the stack of comic books. No appearance by the cat today. She's in trouble anyways. So that's how cats work. Sophie and Theo, I didn't see you this weekend, but I did see you Friday. And this week, since you're on spring break, you'll come help me get to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'll see enough of you. Anyways, so we'll see you all next week. Go read a comic book. I'll see you next week.